Hello again, everyone. This is Brandon Bledsoe from the 3%ers Club Tennessee and Puget Sound Preppers. And I decided that while I had my stuff drug out, I was going to do a product review to show you something really does work. So here we have the Coleman Hiker with the butane propane mix fuel, and I forgot to mention earlier those cans were self-sealing. I have my cup of water in my actual EDC bag metal cup, an indispensable item. And I want to say safety first. So there's my fire extinguisher, and it is charged. If you're not 18, don't do this without parent supervision or permission. And I'm going to set the stopwatch on my watch. You can feel free to fast forward and just see when the water boils. So let's go ahead and test this thing out. Turn it on. Start. You kind of hear the fuel start to flow. Carefully light it. See, it's going there. We'll turn it down some. And this water is bone cold. I got it out of the fridge to simulate a creek or something. And we'll start the watch now. We'll turn it up just a little. Like I said, you don't have to sit here and watch this with me. You can fast forward as it goes. I can already see some heat trails forming in the water there. See them? That cup is a 0.6 liter. It's just over half a liter. It's not a huge thing, but it'll do a good job for you. Like I said, the metal cup to me is an indispensable item. Another thing about these stoves, even with the Esbit stove or anything, you don't want to burn these in your tent or wherever your shelter is unless you have very open air. It gives off fumes and gas and carbon dioxide and stuff. And so you want it to be in an open space. You want a semi-flat area. I've used a garbage can with an upside down lid here to make up my flat area. If you set fire to something, again, don't say that Brandon or the 3%ers Club or Puget Sound Preppers told you to do it. I am clearly an adult and I have my fire extinguisher. We're at 1:23, and we've already got some light bubbling down there. Cups, you can hear it hissing because the cup is sweating because the water was so cold. Two minutes, 2 seconds. And we have more bubbling and heat trails. We had our first bubble hit the surface there at 2 minutes, 34 seconds. I do want to say that in my food video, I said I only keep 2 cans of fuel in my bag, and that's true. And aside from my 10-day box, I have a replenishment box for that. And all this stuff fits into the stages of my truck. And the replenishment box has 6 more cans of fuel. It's something else I pick up. We have more bubbles hitting the surface there. 3 minutes, 24 seconds. Yeah, it's getting going good now. I can feel a lot of heat coming off that stove, and I mean, if you had to, you could use it as a heat source while you were trying to get everything set up just a little bit to warm your hands or something, but again, fuel is precious. We're at 435 and we've got a lot of bubbling. Another thing I forgot to mention in my food video was Quaker instant oatmeal, or any kind of instant oatmeal in the little packs. They're handy. I keep them in the replenishment box, and I keep them in my 10-day box, but I do not have any yet in my actual bug out bag food bag, and that's something I'm going to do. I'm sorry if I don't say everything in one video, but like I said, no one thing deserves just one video. You're going to see me use these stoves and make this food a lot. My videos may get kind of redundant, but I'm going to try and cover everything as much as possible just to show you how well it works. And the instant oatmeal is a good way to go, especially with something like this. You can make it right there in this cup. Like I was talking about in the food video though, another thing about instant oatmeal is it requires water. It's going to tap into your precious water sources. So you can start to see some heat coming off that cup now. We're at 6 minutes 42 seconds and we are achieving a pretty good rolling boil here. If we had to do this faster, we could expend more fuel. I'll go ahead and turn it up some more. You can hear it really hiss. I didn't have to turn it up, it was already a pretty decent boil. We'll take it back down a little bit, but this can of fuel came out of the replenishment kit too. It didn't come out of my bag.